Mark Maxwell, he takes out a simple interest loan at 15% interest for 12 months. His previous balance is $1,881.04. What's the final payment? Okay, what's the final payment if the loan is paid off with this next payment? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to find out how much interest he owes this month. So we take, to find his interest, we take his balance, $1,881.04, times his rate, 15%, times the amount of time. 1 month is 1/12 of a year. We calculate that. This is the amount of interest he owes. $23.51. So that's the amount of interest he owes this month because of what his balance was. Okay, well, he also has to pay off the rest of his balance. If he's going to be done, he has to pay all of this $1,881.04 and the interest, the $23.51. So if we add those together, we will know how much his last payment needs to be in order to pay this loan off right now. So he would need to pay $1,904.55. He would be completely free of that loan. Alright, in this problem, we're going a little bit further. We are looking at how much you would save by paying off a loan early rather than just making the monthly payments clear to the end if you had a little extra money and just wanted to pay the thing off. So here's Chloe Clausen. She took out a $4,000 loan to go on a vacation. The interest rate was 12% and she was going to pay it off in 12 months. Her monthly payments were $445.25. After the first 5 payments, she still had a balance of $2,823.75. If she pays off the loan with that 6th payment, how much will she save? Okay, so down here in the hint, they give us the steps we need to take. First, we're going to calculate the payoff amount. That would be the interest that's due on the balance plus the rest of the balance that's due. So let's do that first. That's something we're used to. So first, let's calculate how much interest is owed right now. So the balance is $2,823.75. Our interest rate was 12%, so times 0.12, and then times 1/12, because again, we're dealing with years, and a month is a 12th of a year. So let's calculate that. 2823.75 times 0.12 divided by 12. And we get $28.24. So that's the interest due right now. Now we need to keep going because the payoff amount isn't just the interest due, but the rest of your balance. So the payoff amount, if she wants to pay it off with this payment, is her balance of $2,823.75 plus the interest that's owed right now of $28.24. And when we do that, we get $2,851.99. So we've completed step 1. We found out the payoff amount. Well, next, we need to know not just what this payment would be, but how much she's paid total so far. So notice she's already made 5 monthly payments of $445.25. So now they want us to add the amount of the first 5 payments to the payoff amount. Okay, so again, our payoff amount is $2,851.99. And again, what we're looking here is the total. Okay, and we're going to add to that, right, that's a plus sign right there, 5 payments of $445.25. Okay, so first I'm going to find what the total of those 5 monthly payments is. Okay, so the 5 monthly payments are $2,226.25 plus her payoff if she pays it off the $28.51.99, and I'm going to add those together. Okay, so we get a total of $5,078.24. Okay, so we've completed step 2. Now, this is how much she's paid if she will have paid if she pays it off early. What we need to know is how much she's going to save. So here we now need to compare that to what she would have paid if she had just made the 12 monthly payments. So let's figure that out. Her monthly payments are $445.25. If she had just gone and paid that every month, how much would she have ended up paying? So we take 12 payments times $445.25. So she would have paid $5,343, but she didn't. If she pays it off right now, the total would be $5,078.24. So to find out how much she saved, we're going to go ahead and subtract $5,343 minus $5,078.24. And we find that if she pays it off 6 months early, she will end up saving $264.76. So make sure you go through those steps again, because there are lots of steps to that problem. First, we calculated the payoff amount. So we found the interest that was due and added the current balance. We added to that the amount she paid so far, her 5 payments of $445.25, to find out what she would have paid if she pays right now. We compared that to what would have happened if she had just gone ahead and paid all 12 months, $445.25, subtracted the two to find the difference. Alright, so here's a similar question. Jean-Claude took out a $2,400 installment loan. Okay, so with Jean-Claude, he is paying 13% interest for 12 months. His monthly payments are $250.65. After 7 payments, he still owes $925.08. If he pays off in the 8th payment and is just done, how much is he going to save? Okay, so again, we go through these steps. First, we're going to calculate our payoff amount, which starts with calculating how much interest is due on the loan. So we take the current balance of $925.08 times our interest rate of 13% or 0.13 times 1/12, and that will tell us how much interest is owed right now. When I do that, I get $10.02. Okay, so right now there's $10.02 owed in interest. So the payoff amount would be our current balance of $925.08 plus the interest of $10.02. And we find it's $935.10. Okay, so that's again is our step 1. Step 2 is to add that amount to the first 7 payments. Okay, so step 2, we're going to take what we would owe to pay it off right now, plus the 7 payments we've already made. So 7 times $250.65. Okay, so we have our $935.10 to pay it off right now, plus the amount he's already paid. The one is $1,754.55, and we just add those together. Okay, so if he pays it off right now, he will have paid a total in the end of $2,689.65. Our last step is to compare that to what he would have paid if he had just made 12 monthly payments of $250.65 like he originally planned. So we take 12 months times $250.65 a month. And we get $3,007.80. So here's what we have. If he had just done the monthly payments, he would have ended up paying $3,007.80. If he pays it off early, he will pay $2,689.65. So how much will he save? We just have to subtract the two. And we'll have our answer. Okay, when we do that, we get $318.15. So the answer is, paying it off early, he is saving $318.15. All right, here is Dan Williams. He took out a simple interest loan of 12.5% interest for 12 months. His previous balance was $243.56. What is the final payment if the loan is paid off with this next payment? Oh, this is going to be way easier. All we're doing is finding the payoff amount. Okay, so we find the interest and add it to the balance due. So for interest, we take the balance that's still due, $243.56, times our interest rate of 12.5%, so times 0.125, times the amount of time, which again is 1/12, because we have 1/12 of a year if we're talking about a month. Okay, we calculate that. So we take 243.56 times 0.125 divided by 12. We get $2.54. So that's the amount of interest that's owed. He still owes a balance of $243.50, but he also owes the interest of $2.54. So we add those together and we will have our payoff. When we total that, we get $246.10 would be the pay.